Another magazine?
Anything but that. I can't stand this. I feel caged in. I feel like trapped. Mel!
Hi, baby. I'm sorry I took so long.
What took you so long? Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Well, look, there's nothing to worry about, okay?
What were you doing?
I had to go
None.
to New York. We had lots of details.
The girl behaved
to do.
herself?
She wasn't happy about it, but I managed to keep her here all night.
Excellent. Anything else I should know?
That blonde actress type was watching the store again.
Alone?
Yes, but she left a few hours before you got back.
Everything.
Mel.
Yeah.
Listen, tell me what was going on. Where have you been?
Laura, it's no secret. We went to New York to get additional equipment. Satisfied?
No, I'm not satisfied. Because if that's all there is to it, then why couldn't I go?
Very simply, there was no room in the van. Just 2 seats in front and a place for the equipment in back. Speaking of which, we had to unload the van now. Coming now.
Just wait 1 minute, because if that's all there is to it, then why was I locked in here?
Stop,
this old
Laura.
bitty prison warden. Everybody, she's here.
Fine. That Tom. What'd you do, Wolf? Where's the paper? Where? Paper,
Wonderful greeting, darling. Robert, let the child catch her breath. Thank you, darling.
Come on, Tiffany.
Fine, darling. Right,
Where?
here it is.
Thank you. Okay, Whit, hop up. Look at this.
Oh, this is a feller, huh?
David Gray. Now, look, think. Was this or was this not the man that you saw with the van the night that Agnes saw Laura in the barn?
Well, I don't know. I'm sorry I made you rush all the way out here, Miss Hill, but I just don't know.
Mr. Whitaker, just take it real slow and really look again.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't seem to help much. Like I told you before, between the scarf and the glasses and the hat, I didn't get that much of a chance to see his face.
What about the shape of his face? Is there any similarity?
Well, I thought he was just a plain, ordinary workman, and I didn't take that much notice.
I guess that's it then.
No, not entirely. I mean, we haven't proven it is, but we haven't proven that it isn't Gray either.
Do you think we should warn Luke?
Indeed. Keep him on his toes.
There you are, sir. Have a good trip. I'll be right with you, sir. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's loading on dock, too. Thank you.
Can you help me?
That's my job.
Great. I'm looking for a blonde around 20. Can you tell me if she bought a ticket here, if she came in here, if she made any kind of contact with you?
Well, I can't help you with that.
Oh, wait a minute. You just told me that your job was helping people.
Well, yeah, it is, and normally I'm very happy to lend a hand, but, well, see, this is a bus station. I'm a public employee. I'm not a private eye.
Oh, all right. This is your chance to change all that. Be a private eye. Did she buy a ticket here?
Well, now, let me tell you, while Hanover is not the biggest city in this state, you see, we get an awful lot of people coming through here buying tickets.
Yeah, I'm blonde. I'm looking for a blonde.
Yep, we get a lot of blondes, too. Could you narrow it down a little?
Yes, about 20. Beautiful, blue eyes, wearing a sort of country dress with the blue color under her coat.
Mm-hmm. You know her destination?
Wait a minute. Let's see here. Did anybody of that description buy a ticket to Springvale?
Yeah, we had an Oriental couple, and there was a bald-headed man with 3 little kids. Yeah, no blondes.
All right, well, there are only 2 stops after that. What about Portland?
Portland? No, they couldn't have bought a ticket to Portland if they'd wanted to.
Why not?
We don't have a bus going to Portland.
What do you mean you don't have a bus going to Portland? It's right here on the schedule. Portland. A bus goes to Portland.
Let me see that. Oh, well, this is last year's schedule. See, we had to drop those last 2 stops around the first of the year. Just, well, we didn't have enough passengers. You know how it is.
Yeah. I know how it is. I think I know exactly how it is.
Luke.
Robert, I've had it, man.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't have anything here except a real sinking feeling that I'm being sent on a very elaborate wild goose chase.
Okay, where are you now?
I'm at another dead end, a place called Hanover. I'm standing here in this bus station. It's well, the schedule, I find out the bus schedule that I have is an old one. It's from last year, and I'm at the end of the line.
Okay, listen. I hate to add trouble to trouble, but there's something you ought to know.
Yeah, give it to me.
Okay, but listen, I want you to promise me you're not going to fly off the handle, because at this point we're not sure. I mean, it's just a possibility. However, Jackie and I feel you should be aware of it. Now listen, Luke, that man Whit was helping. Luke, are you there? Beats me.
Well, come on. What happened to Luke?
What'd he say?
Really?
Come on, you're on the phone. Let's hear about it.
One at a time. Most of the answers start with I don't know.
Well, you were talking to Luke, weren't you?
For a very brief period. And then just as I got to the part about the possibility of Gray being involved, he dropped the phone.
Why?
That's where the I don't knows come in.
He doesn't have Laura?
No.
Well, he's got to be onto something.
Yeah, well, the way he put it, it sounded like a whole lot of aggravation. He's at the Hanover bus station with a bus schedule that's out of date, nowhere else to go, and the last comment was a wild goose chase.
Wild goose chase?
Oh, now I really am getting worried.
Now, hold on now, Agnes. If Luke dropped that phone, he's on to something.
Well, he usually is.
The only question is what?
48, 49.
Can I help? Can you help me?
Just a minute, sir. That's, where was I?
50. You just gave
Oh,
me.
yeah, 50, 60, and that's 80, and 100. There's your ticket. Thank you very much. Have a good trip, sir.
Have a good trip. Listen, can you help me now? What about this poster here? Do you know anything about that poster?
Well, now you are asking all the wrong questions today.
How can it be the wrong question? It's right here on your wall. Jasper Airways Charter. See that? I just want to know about this poster.
I hate to disappoint you twice in one afternoon, sir, but see, those posters are paid advertising. They just don't have anything to do with the ticket department.
Whose department are they?
Well, they're the travel agents, of course.
Okay, how do I find the travel agent?
Well, you probably find him to be the busiest he's been in a week. See, you're the second customer that's come in here this afternoon asking about those Jasper posters.
Is that right? Who was the first?
Was a young girl.
Blonde, about 20?
You know, now that you mention it, she looked just exactly like that girl you were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. The dress.
Let's see, unless I'm mistaken, it was blue.
That's the one.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? Where did she go?
Sent her over to the travel agent a little while back.
Okay, well, where is that?
Well, that's all the way down at the end of the terminal. Just walk straight ahead.
More about what's going on.
Honey, David already talked about it.
Oh, and you think I believe that ridiculous story?
Laura, we will discuss this later. Now, quiet.
Having trouble with the carton, Mel?
No, not at all, David. Not at all.
Where'd you go out? Didn't you stay out all night?
I know I was out all night.
Why?
Laura, I am not going to discuss this with you now.
Well, then when are you going to discuss it? When is everyone going to fill me in on the details while I get stuck locked up with this old what's-her-face?
Come on, sweetheart, be reasonable.
Don't sweetheart me, Mel.
Need I remind you, Mel, you have work to do?
David, what can I say? The girl just misses me.
May I suggest you refrain from your displays of affection until later? Much later?
Hurt me, Mel.
That is the least of what'll happen if David finds out you were causing problems.
What are you saying?
I am saying for the last time, calm down and behave yourself. This is not the time nor the place to discuss any of this.
No, Laura, it would be best if you stayed out here with Hester.
Mel!
Darling, just do what he asks, okay?
You'd only be bored by our technical discussions anyway.
Laura, magazine?